Respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Tanzania. My name is Zachy Mbenna, the director from Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, welcoming you to this important session. May I first start by introducing Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, or popularly known as TPSF. In Tanzania, Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, TPSF, is the member-based organization which was formed in 1998 by about 33 private sector organizations then. It was meant to be the voice of private sector in the country, bringing together the interests and opinions of private sector actors in Tanzania. Since then, Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, TPSF, has continued to be the unifying factor of all private sector stakeholders in the country, being the voice and acting as interlocutor for the interests and opinions of private sector. Tanzania Private Sector Foundation continues to welcome and include all economic sectors within its umbrella. What do we do? Our main activities are centered on areas of policy reforms, in areas of increased private-public dialogues, whereby we, on behalf of the private sector fraternity, we speak to the government, carry out dialogues that intend to create favorable business environment. We also work hand in hand with the government to make sure that the right policies are created and are in operations. We take part also in simplification of the investor regulatory platform. Tanzania Private Sector Foundation also works hand in hand with the government and existing authorities to make sure that we have simplified trading environment. So we take part in trade facilitation and access to markets. We are also concerned about the level of skills that our people have. Therefore, at Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, TPSF, we are hosting a project together with the government which looks after the skills of our people. It is, therefore, of paramount importance to see that the Private Sector Foundation of Tanzania manages to oversee all the business environment as well as the investment climate as one of the key areas of our interest. Speaking of areas of investment, that means Tanzania Private Sector Foundation now welcomes partners and members from all over Tanzania to take opportunities that avail themselves in outside markets. Likewise, we also facilitate the coming of investors to Tanzania who will definitely partner with locals to invest in different areas of interest that will be generating revenue to the companies, to the government, but also creating employment and uplifting the life standard of our people. Investment is an interesting subject, and speaking of Tanzania, the survey of 2019 from the Economic Survey has indicated about 7 sectors or economic areas that have shown potential growth in that year, but also consecutively in previous years. For those who are interested to come to Tanzania and invest together with our local companies and indigenous people, we welcome you to have a look at sectors such as engineering and construction. Among other places, Tanzania is making advancement and significant development in areas of development, and these include the infrastructure. So Tanzania is the country that consumes more of services and works to do with construction and engineering. It is a sector that has registered a growth of more than 17.4% in just 1 year. You may also be interested in tourism and natural resources. As we know, Tanzania is a country of Mount Kilimanjaro with gorgeous but also very promising touristic attractions like Ngorongoro, the Serengeti, Zanzibar Island, Manyara, and a lot of more attractions for tourism. It's an important sector that one can consider investing in. It will be a wise idea to invest in agriculture within Tanzania. With its more than 44% of its arable land available for agriculture and vast range of climatic settings, Tanzania provides a great potential into the agricultural sector. People can invest in agriculture, in commercial and larger plantations, but as well as mechanized agriculture.
TPSF.